Всем привет, друзья! Вот решила поиграть в Chicken Police. Говорят, что игра крутая. Быстренько возьмем платину и пойдем дальше.
I promised myself I'd write a novel one day. Books I'm never gonna read. Maybe nobody ever has.
Let me introduce myself. My name is Deborah, Miss Deborah Ibanez.
You're mistaken, ma'am.
Oh, really? Please enlighten me, Mr. Featherland.
I'm not a private eye. I'd recommend Mr. Philmar Lowe instead of me. He's a nice guy.
Believe me, Mr. Featherland, it's not an accident I came to you.
Look, miss, I work for the police, and I'm currently on leave. I couldn't accept private commissions even if I wanted to. Not even from a classy dame like you.
Am I that easy to read?
That's my job. But tell me, since you've invited yourself in, would you like a drink?
Отлично, рада за тебя.
I don't usually drink.
Привет, хожепотвора.
Well, I've got to have one, and it'd be rude of me to drink alone. So, maybe some sherry?
If you insist, but bourbon, please.
О, ничего себе, бурбон.
Thank the wild ones. That's all I have.
What a coincidence.
So come on, spill it from the beginning.
Привет, дорогая. Хорошо провести время.
Привет, привет, жопотвора. Спасибо.
I don't see colors anymore. Only emptiness. Everything faded. I need another drink. Every whiskey has the same color nowadays. At least in this price range. Who is...
Блин.
Да
я хочу ее посмотреть.
Legs that go on for days. Deep, dark eyes. Silky skin and voice. You're in big trouble, pal. That's better. Now, if I understand correctly, your mistress is receiving threats. What kind of threats, exactly?
It's a very strange matter. First, there were letters. Then it came printed on a wine bottle's label, sent as a gift. Then carved into a brick, thrown through the window. And finally, they painted it on the wall of the house in giant red letters.
I think it's time to dig a little deeper. If you don't mind, I'd like to ask you some routine questions.
Please, that's why I'm here.
Так. Она ведет себя подозрительно, я веду себя подозрительно. Почему ты ведешь себя подозрительно? Фокусируйтесь на том, что известно подозреваемым ведет себя подозрительно. Сосредоточьтесь на этом.
I must be cautious and smart. This dame seems shy, which I can use to my advantage. But I must be careful about what I say to her, or I can scare her off. Let's start gently, and when the time comes, we can go in hard.
Так, подождите-ка.
Who exactly are you, ma'am?
I'm not somebody important, Mr. Featherland.
You're important enough to deal with such a delicate matter, right?
I carry out the wishes of my employer, nothing more. This means simple paperwork.
You've been thrown into deep water, sweetheart. Tell me, can you even swim?
Believe me, this is just as unpleasant for me as it is for you, if not even more.
Так, выбрать вопрос. Я не вижу, как его выбирать.
Tell me, which part of the city do you live in? Calavera Hills? Flowerville, maybe?
Look, I don't want to answer that. I'm here on behalf of my employer, and not on personal business.
Fair point, Deborah. Let's try a different approach.
А, вот, выбирает.
Why did you have to visit me this particular evening?
I have my reasons. I may look like a silly little fawn, and maybe I am, but I still have common sense.
I don't doubt that for a second, Miss Ibanez.
This day is essential to my mistress, and she thought it's also
A message in itself, for sure. But to be honest, even...
You know what? I'll just take that as a compliment, even if it wasn't meant as such.
Why did you come to visit me? Why not your employer herself?
My employer is Miss Natasha Katsenko. She hasn't been leaving her home lately, only if she really has to.
По крайней нужде.
How so?
Miss Natasha is afraid. She's scared because of those unwanted messages, and everyone knows who she is.
So, she's that kind of woman.
I don't know what you mean.
Of course you do, Deborah. Thank you, by the way. We're finally getting somewhere. We avoided the point long enough. Deborah's hiding something, no question. Let's focus on that.
Так. Слишком долго ходим вокруг да около. Дебора точно что-то скрывает. Разберемся с этим. Застенчивая, неуверенная, напуганная, что-то скрывает.
What exactly did you expect by coming here to meet me?
I expected your help, just like my mistress said.
Oh, that's very nice. But have you seen this neighborhood? Have you seen this wreck called a hotel? Who were you hoping to find in a place like this?
Someone reliable.
Well, I am reliable.
And discreet.
That's right.
And thorough.
No question about that.
And has a heart of gold.
На русском не помешало бы.
Не знаю, мне так устраивает. Я читать умею.
Okay, let's stop it right there.
Так, застенчивая, неуверенно, что-то скрываем. Скрывает.
Are you in some sort of jam?
Nothing of the sort. There are simply things better left unsaid.
Then you're wasting my time.
I trust your instincts. You'll manage it.
Yeah, and I have no other choice, right?
To be honest, no, Mr. Featherland. Not really.
Так, немножко осталось. Детектива Мир нам говорит, что осталось чуть-чуть.
Have you ever felt truly vulnerable?
Honestly, very often, Miss...
Great, because that's exactly how I feel right now.
I'm sorry if it's too unpleasant for you, but we had no one else to turn to.
You know, I get that a lot, and it never ends well.
Do you like happy endings?
Not in books or movies, but in real life it would be nice for a change. But this is Clawville. Not many happy endings around here.
I knew you were a romantic at heart.
If what's between me and my whiskey could be called romance, then yes.
Так, минус 10.
If you won't come clean, what's the point of all this?
But, Mr. Featherland...
I'm sorry, sweetheart, but I'm way too old.
Please, just think again. For me and my mistress's sake.
Блин, еще минус 40. Вы что, прикалываетесь?
Tell me, Deborah, why should I believe you at all?
Because my mistress trusts you.
Should that be enough?
If you really like what she thinks you are, then yes.
Damn, what can I say to that?
Look, I didn't mean to back you up against the wall.
You have a way with words, sweetheart. Did you ever want to be a cop?
No, not for the world.
Heh, smart answer. Be honest and tell me what you're so afraid of.
You know, Mr. Featherland, my mistress's partner...
Exactly. Так, это крысеныш какой-то.
Feathery gods, help me.
So you get it now. The secrecy.
To put it mildly, I think I understand it all. Wessler. This little piece of the puzzle changes everything. I must be cautious and smart. This dame seems shy,
Блин.
which I can use to my advantage. But I must be careful about what I say to her, or I could scare her off. Let's start gently, and when the time comes, we can go in hard. Who exactly are you, ma'am?
I'm not somebody important, Mr. Featherland.
You're important enough to deal with such a delicate matter,
Короче,
right?
по новой.
I carry out the wishes of my employer, nothing more.
You've been thrown into deep water, sweetheart.
Believe me, this is just as unpleasant for me as it is for you, if not even more.
You're not very confident. Are you sure you're all right?
Yes. Excuse me. I'm just a bit nervous. I've never done anything like this before.
Breaking into the apartments of strangers isn't that big a deal. Some people do it as a hobby.
Please don't make fun of me, Mr. Featherland. This is hard for me as it is.
You're right. Sorry. Did you come alone? All by yourself?
I took the subway, then the tram, and then I walked. It wasn't easy to find this place, and to be honest, I had to be discreet.
Так, короче, тут 12 вопросов.
Yeah. Well, I think I'm starting to get the picture.
This is quite
На платину
unpleasant
идем.
for me.
Спасибо, ребят, за лайки.
Do you even know what you want?
I'm very sorry, Mr. Featherland. I thought...
What? You come in here, swaying your lovely hips like some kind of femme fatale, make me have a drink with you, and expect me to believe everything you say?
I'm making you drink?
Well, okay, sweetheart, you had no hand in that.
I'm sorry I wasted your time, Mr. Featherland.
Were you born and raised in Clawville?
Why do you ask?
I couldn't think of anything better.
Well, I'm not from around here. I'm from Grassmore. Maybe you could hear I have a slight accent. Do you know where it is?
Where what is?
Grassmore, of course. You just asked.
Oh, that. Don't worry about it. I'm...
Huh. Do you like to play with other animals?
Oh, for the wild ones. Am I that transparent?
I'm afraid so.
Well, I'm a little rusty, it seems. Let's change the subject, shall we? Why did you come to visit me? Why not your employer herself?
My employer is Miss Natasha Katsenko. She hasn't been leaving her...
How
Так, ну
so?
это мы услышали уже про
Miss
Наташу,
Natasha
что
is
она
afraid.
боится.
She's scared because of those
непрошенных писем.
unwanted messages.
So
так легко
she's
узнать.
that kind of...
I don't know what you mean.
Of course you do, Deborah. Thank you, by the way. We avoided the point long enough. Deborah's hiding something, no question. Let's focus on that. I'm sure it's not intentional, but, are you toying with me?
I'm not sure I understand you, Mr. Featherland.
Cut the crap, Deborah. You're a pretty smart girl, and you can't hide that no matter how hard you try. But ever since we've been talking, I couldn't force one single straight answer out of you. I'm starting to think I'm terrible at what I do.
I'm sorry, Mr. Featherland, you're right. I'll try to be more straightforward next time.
I appreciate that, ma'am. This is just too risky for me. I can't take the case.
Please think again, Mr. Featherland, and let's discuss it. It's a matter of life and death.
Are you in some sort of jam?
Nothing of the sort. There are simply things better left unsaid.
Then you're wasting my time.
I trust your instincts. You'll manage it.
Yeah, and I have no other choice, right?
To be honest, no, Mr. Featherland. Not really.
Блин, так, это какой вопрос-то?
Have you ever felt truly vulnerable?
Honestly, very often, Mr. Featherland.
Great, because that's exactly how I feel right now, Deborah.
I'm sorry if it's too unpleasant for you, but we had no one else to turn to.
You know, I get that a lot, and it never ends well.
Do you like happy endings?
Not in books or movies, but in real life it would be nice for a change. But this is Clawville.
I knew you were romantic at heart.
If what's between me and my whiskey could be called romance, then... Tell me, Deborah, why should I believe you at all?
Короче, мы должны сейчас
Because my
провалить
mistress trusts you.
полностью.
Should that be enough?
If you really like what she thinks you are,
Допрос.
then yes.
Damn, what can I say to that?
Look, I didn't mean to back you up against the wall.
You have a way with words, sweetheart. Did you ever want to be a cop?
No, not for the world.
Heh, smart answer. Be honest and tell me what you're so afraid of.
You know, Mr. Featherland, my mistress's partner is Hobart Wessler. Or as most people know him,
Ibn Wessler, the Kingpin.
exactly.
Feathery gods help
Exactly.
me.
So you get it now. The secrecy.
To put it mildly, I think I understand it all. Wessler. This little piece of the puzzle changes everything.
Так, подождите, а почему трофей-то не выполнен? Ну-ка. А, нет, выпал уже. А как я так не заметила, что мне трофей-то выпал? Так, вторая попытка. Погнали.
I must be cautious and smart. This dame seems shy, which I can use to my advantage. But I must be... Who exactly are you, ma'am?
I'm not somebody important, Mr. Featherland.
You're important enough to deal with such a
I carry out the wishes of my...
You've been thrown into...
Believe me, this is just...
Tell me, which part...
Look,
Fair point, Deborah. Let's try a different... Why did you have to visit me this particular evening?
I have my reasons.
I don't doubt that.
This day is...
A message.
You know what?
Why did you come to visit me? Why not your employer herself?
My employer,
How so?
Miss Natasha, is a...
So,
Да понятно,
of course
Наташа
you
твоя.
do. We avoided the point long enough. Deborah's hiding something.
Что-то скрывает, конечно.
What do you want from me?
Me?
Oh, don't be silly, Deborah. I mean your employer. I was just talking to myself.
Well, Miss Katsenko thinks you're a great...
Did she also give you the...
Please, could you let this go?
Sorry, sweetheart, I'm just teasing you. As soon as I saw you, you were...
That's very nice.
It has nothing to do with being nice, Deborah, but... Don't you think this whole thing is a little suspicious?
Look, Santino,
I have no doubt about that. You look just the type, sweetheart. No offense.
I'll take that as a compliment. Or maybe I'll act like I haven't heard it.
You see, we're starting to understand each other. Tell me, Deborah, why should I believe you at all?
Because my mistress trusts you.
Should that be enough?
If you really like what she thinks you are, then yes.
Damn, what can I say to that?
Look, I didn't mean to back you up against the wall.
You have a way with words, sweetheart. Did you ever want to be a cop?
No, not for the world.
Heh, smart answer. Be honest and tell me what you're so afraid of.
You know, Mr. Featherland, my mistress's partner...
Ibn Wessler.
Exactly.
Feathery gods, help me.
So you get it now. The secrecy.
To put it mildly, I think I understand it all. West.
Выползли, отличная работа. Так, отлично, круто.
We used to be star cops a few years ago.
Блин, листовку царского клуба надо посмотреть.
I need a secretary.
Так, в своем инвентаре. Ну, это просто записная книжка. Тонкая фотка, ничего особенного. Наташа. У нее необыкновенно зеленые глаза, у нее серьезные проблемы, как и у меня. Получает серьезная угроза. Состоит в отношениях с известным гангстером Ибном Ослером. Это много объясняет. Она на побегушках у своего начальника. А может, скрытная очень и очень хорошая актриса. Ее работодатель, мягко говоря, поддерживает Ибна Ослера. Так. Один из самых известных гангстеров, магнат в сфере недвижимости, директор банка, владелец музея, винодел, контрабандист, торговец информацией. Это только половина того, что о нем говорят. Его маленькие грязные лапки протянуты во все уголки городского подполья. Мы же посмотрели его. А, вот. Крыса. Ратус. Приятный на вид, харизматичный, еще квоханный гангстер.
I can't even remember the last time. I need a sec.
Где эта визитка, блин?
My wife took all. I wanted to travel the world. The Wild Gentlemen. Those guys rebuilt the city. M.B. Davis. The good things in life don't... This is... goddamn. I don't even know where the key is. Whatever's it...
А, вот здесь, наверное.
My wallet and my badge. The wallet is real.
Вот, на
She
вашем
doesn't seem so
инвентаре.
dangerous that I need to... My last cigarette. Ironic, but... Ironic. Oh man, I totally get you. Ironic, but ever since I've been on...
Не, подождите. А где визитка? А,
I
вот.
haven't dusted you off in a while, partner. Looks like I may be needing you now. Ironic, but... Oh, man. Maybe I'm really gonna... My wife took all...
Не, блин, а где визитка может быть?
Just a bunch of useless... Maybe in... Murky... Why don't you take it to the police? Just go there and file a report.
Please.
Well, okay. Let's...
Вот оно. Вот.
I know Molly very well. Please note this when deciding whether or not to accept my assignment. I know Molly.
Так, а как ее осматривать? Спереди, сзади. Там написано спереди и сзади осмотреть. А, вон 3 пятерки,
I know
312.
Molly very well.
$932. 3 пятерки, 932. Вон номер телефона написан.
I know Molly.
I felt like I'd been hit on the back of my head with a blackjack. Reality tilted. Molly. Good gods. What was her name doing there? I glanced at the opposite wall.
Что за бред?
A missing piece. She was wearing a light silk dress and singing a lullaby, the waves caressing her beautiful long legs. Why,
Спасибо
Molly?
большое, ребят, за лайки.
Why now?
Mr. Featherland? Santino.
What the hell is this supposed to mean?
I don't know anything, Mr. Santino. My mistress told me to give this to you. She said
Oh, of course I understand, Miss Ibanez. I get it very well.
blackmail.
Don't play innocent with me.
But
All right. When can I visit?
Visit? Me?
Not you. Miss Katsenko.
Oh, yes. You can find her at the Tsar Club.
Didn't you tell me she's not the social kind? That she's especially unsociable? Or does she only like loud?
No, she's really not like that. But
Judging by the flyer, it must be a very busy club.
I'm sure you'll have no trouble finding Miss Katsenko. But there's one small...
Let me guess. Mr. Wessler better not...
Exactly.
20 years experience, ma'am. Oh, and please, call me Sonny.
It was a pleasure to meet you,
I'll talk about the rest with Ms. Katsenko in person. A good friend of mine would be happy to take...
I'd appreciate that, Sonny.
Ой. 932, я 300 набрала. Отлично.
Hey, Lewis. Am I bothering you?
No. Of course not, Sonny. Old friend, what's up?
Could you come over? I've got a favor to ask if you're not busy.
For you, anything. Just a minute.
Lewis arrived a few minutes later. He lived in the rooms above, so it wasn't difficult getting here. Not to mention that he's a rabbit. It was a quick hop. The Atlas Hotel was his... Could I ask you a few more questions, Deborah?
Feel free, Sonny.
Так, о чем я должна спросить?
So, Ibn Wessler, eh? You know you could have dropped the bomb a little earlier.
If I started with that, I'm sure you would have thrown me out.
You're right. He's one of the most dangerous gangsters in the city.
I only know he's an influential businessman.
Isn't that the same?
Not even you can see the world as that black and white.
Личная информация. Почему нет ответа? А, вот.
Thanks for being so quick, Lewis.
Вот же
Can you
Лewис.
drive Miss Ibanez home? I have some things to take care of.
Of course, Sonny. You know, anything for you.
Thank you for being so considerate, Sonny. I appreciate it.
Don't mention it.
Goodbye, then.
So long, Deborah. Before I visit the club, I have to take a detour. I've got a feeling that this case isn't going to be a one-man job. And there's only one bird in this city I can trust. My ex-partner, Marty. He's going to be at the station. I can only hope he'll be willing to talk to me.
Так, ну мы же поговорили с Льюисом.
I can always count on you. Thanks, old buddy.
Don't even mention it, my friend.
You got anything planned for today?
I thought I'd visit a nightclub. It's New Year's Eve, after all.
Well, I didn't mean to hold you up.
I'll ask a favor of you someday.
I owe you a lot of those, don't I?
That's true. I don't deny it.
I can always count on you. I can always count on you. Thanks, old buddy.
Don't.
Oh, just one more.
Yes, Sonny?
I don't want to sound indiscreet, but this fur removal craze.
Well... would
Well, it wouldn't work as well with my feathers. Just professional curiosity.
occupational hazard? There are parlors, yes, but I do it for myself.
That's,
You're one strange bird.
well, I've been called worse. Take care, sweetheart.
You too, Sonny.
I can always count on you.
Don't.
Да блин, повторяется. Солгала, короче. Так, ей принадлежит клуб. Сильно заикается, когда говорит: мой старый друг, владелец ранее популярного отеля Атлас. Хороший друг, сейчас я снимаю у него номер, но в невероятно огромном отеле живет только мы вдвоем. С ума сходит от детективов и охотно помогает, когда я прошу. Номер Льюиса. Блин, ну почему должен же трофей выпасть? Но трофей почему-то не выпал.
So, Ibn Wessler, eh?
If I started with that,
You're right.
I only know.
Isn't that...
Not even you.
The... I hope the old bunny had nothing important to do. I can always...
Don't...
Почему трофей не
Behind
выпадает?
that door lies the kingdom of dirty clothes, cigarette butts, and empty bottles. It was New Year's Eve, and I was driving, half drunk, risking my whole life's work. But still, it didn't feel any different. Every day was the
Стиль
same.
прикольный у игры.
And the 121 days I had left till my retirement seemed like an eternity. When I look out the window of the hotel room I call home, I see the same thing every day. A woman in a red nightgown dances slowly in circles to smooth music. The 9 o'clock show, with a glass of cheap bourbon and the red gown with the silent music. In the meantime, the proud city of Clawville is slowly eating itself alive. And we're still here, with nothing left to lose but our sanity, while others, the smart ones, had already gone. Molly. Does her name really upset me this much? All those years of solitude, and I still jump without question every time I hear it. And then there's Marty, my ex-partner, who hates me. But I know I have to speak with him, no matter what. Why do I feel like the past is watching me on this goddamn night? I knew where to find Marty. At the station, we'd always draw straws about holiday duty. Marty never joined in. He always took the New Year's Eve shift, even though he had someone to go home to. I understood. 10 years ago, we survived the night the press called the Bloody New Year. Forgotten by Clawville, but not by us. We both left parts of ourselves behind that night.
Так, все, я поняла. Так, с этими нам тоже поболтать.
The bullet hole in my crest is worth more than these two combined.
Well, look at that. Hey, Sonny, what you scratching out over here? I heard the big boss.
Tough luck, boys. I may not be on duty, but I'm still a cop, just like you. Well, more than you.
Hey, you don't have to be so peckish, old bird. By the way, you're in luck. Blood Boil's not in tonight. Malloy is in charge.
Oh, God. That clumsy buffalo is here tonight. If he doesn't end up in a cell again, he's lucky.
You got it.
You looking for Marty, eh?
I see you're still the brains around here, Phyllis. Yeah, I'm looking for Marty. Birds of a feather flock together.
I see you're still the funny guy around here. You'll find the giant feather duster at the shooting range. As always.
Hey, Royce. I'm telling you this because maybe you'll be able to understand. If this prickly shithead makes another racist remark, I'll strangle him with his own raincoat.
I'd love to see that.
Hey, whose side are you on, you jerk?
By the way, what's with the raincoats? Couldn't you find an umbrella?
Why? Frank says it'll be rain. And see, it's raining. He's a frog, so he must know.
Yeah, well, I'm a rooster, but I hate getting up early.
Raincoats are just fine, okay. You have a problem with that, Sonny?
No, just, you know, the spikes sticking through and all.
There's something wrong with our spikes, chicken.
Yeah, you know what? Just forget it. Whoa. Don't you freeze, boys?
Yeah, truth be...
Really? I don't know what.
Don't listen to him, Royce. And you got nothing better to do.
Okay, okay. Just...
Так, все, кажется, да? Поговорили.
What? Why are you still...
It always astonishes me how blockheaded...
Все, уже
What?
спамить
Why are you...
начинает.
It always astonishes...
Ага, ну. Так, не смешно. Даже. Так, подсказки. Жертва каких-то странных угроз. Дама. Все они написаны. Ну, угрозы, очевидно, все написаны. Имя Картон Филлис. Мужской. Европейский еж. А, это ежи, я думала, крысы. На дух его не переношу. Ну да, он же сказал, что иголки. А тут какой-то дикобраз, походу, не еж. Настоящая зона в гуске. Он слишком мелкая рыбешка для взятки. Да, дикобраз мужской. Марсон Ройс, терпеть его не могу, почти как его напарника Филлиса. Огромный и тупой, напоминает моего напарника Марти, только у Роя нет доброго сердца.
Back in the day, I used to patrol the city's streets in one of these. I don't miss it, but it used to have its advantages. Every time this poster disappears, good old Blood Boil puts it right back, immediately. I tore it down at least 3 times already. Actually, I'm sure it's...
А как его сорвать, плакат этот?
This happened when that old bloodhound... I'm sure it's Blood Boil himself taping back the torn-off posters, like some maniac. He must have a dozen of those things in his bag. I'm sure it's... Blood...
Интересно.
I'm
как
sure
его
it's...
срывать-то? Потому что плакаты надо срывать.
Did you miss me? Here we are again, Clawville Police Department. I've never been good at history, but if I'm not mistaken, this...
Так, что тут, наверное, со всеми надо говорить будет. Так. Это новые люди. Так, ладно, я буду заканчивать, сама поиграю, потому что это вряд ли вам интересно. Тут надо прям смотреть. Всем пока-пока, всем доброй удачи, спасибо всем за лайки, за компанию, пока-пока, ребят. Я хочу просто платину выбить в этой игре, игра интересная, и ее просто убирают еще из плюса, поэтому я решила быстренько до платины дойти, и пока ее не убрали из плюса. А еще Star Wars появилась в подписке Electronic Arts. Вот. Вторая часть. Вот этот орден. Вот. Еще в нее надо успеть поиграть. Короче, игр дофига и больше. Играть некогда особо. И еще я хочу приобрести. Ну, блин, мне все мало. А то не карт. Ну все, ребят, всем пока-пока. Доброй удачи. Увидимся, поиграем.